Local construction firms have their eyes set on the Jura limestone. It forms the foundation of the Swabian Alp. And several million tons of it are disappearing each year. Large trucks transport the stone to a nearby gravel plant. Gravel is an important raw material for the production of concrete, and large quantities of concrete are in great demand in a region known for its dynamic construction sector. There are more than 40 stone quarries in the Swabian Alp alone. Many more throughout the state of Swabia, and hundreds in the other central German uplands. Additional gravel pits located along major rivers like the Rhine, Donau, Main, Weser, and Oder provide even more of the coveted material to the construction industry. As a result, some 4 hectares of gravel are dug up or blasted away every day in Germany. Each year, that equals the area of a small German town with more than 10,000 inhabitants. It's an enormous use of natural resources. In addition, most construction takes place in high-density urban areas, while most gravel pits and quarries are located far outside the cities. Trucks transport millions of tons of stone along German roads to construction sites in the cities. This form of raw material procurement not only takes its toll on the landscape, it also leads to higher energy consumption. But the raw materials are closer than we think. German cities are full of them. Many structures in Germany were built sometime between the 1950s and the 1980s, and they're mostly made of concrete. They'll have to be renovated from the ground up in the coming years, and many of the interiors will have to be modernized to meet current needs. The fact is, many buildings are in dire need of renovation, and some are ready to be demolished. Take this foundation structure of a former factory building in the south of Stuttgart. A hydraulic chisel breaks up concrete and masonry on location. An excavator dumps the material into a crusher. The crusher processes the parts into recycling material with a particle size of up to 60 millimeters. A screening unit then separates the gravel into various particle sizes. The recycled concrete can be used as the frost-resistant material FSS 045, forming the foundation of this future parking lot. The problem is, concrete recycled from old buildings will have to be used in the construction of new buildings in order to increase the total proportion of recycled materials. And that's important for the conservation of natural resources. The principle is put into practice at the recycling center of the Fes Erdbau Company in Kirchheim-Tech. A variety of concrete and building rubble materials are processed for reuse here, covering an area of 30,000 square meters. The rubble is collected within a radius of 15 to 20 kilometers from the recycling plant. Since the material can be sorted here according to type, only pure concrete ends up in the crusher. A magnetic belt removes the steel reinforcements. The result is a clean fraction with a size of 2 to 16 millimeters. Nearby concrete factories use this material to replace the gravel from stone quarries or gravel pits, saving natural resources. The Swabian building material experts also process masonry and even roofing tiles. Using a special screener located in the bucket of a wheel loader, material can be separated from plaster remains, small particles of wood, and sheeting. The resulting fraction also makes its way through the crusher and into the recycled concrete. Because of its careful gathering and perfect sorting, FACE is able to recycle 80 to 90% of the demolition waste. That's around 1/3 more than usual. One buyer of the recycled aggregate is the Winnende Frischbeton concrete manufacturer. Located just a few kilometers from the recycling center, the company uses the so-called recyclate for the production of fresh concrete. It procures scrap concrete from a variety of suppliers in the Stuttgart area. A bucket conveyor lifts the recycled rubble into the concrete factory's storage area. There, other chambers contain different aggregate materials used